Your sister's housewarming party was so lovely, Mom said. When are you going to catch up? I looked at her and said, I hosted mine last year. You just weren't on the guest list. Her fork froze mid-air. Your sister's housewarming party was so lovely, Mom said. When are you going to catch up? I looked at her and said, I hosted mine last year. You just weren't on the guest list. Her fork froze mid-air. The silence that followed was deafening. My mother's fork literally stopped halfway to her mouth. A piece of grilled salmon balanced precariously on the tines. My sister Jessica's wineglass paused at her lips, and even my stepfather Dave looked up from his phone for the first time all evening. I'd been waiting 3 years to say those words. 3 long years of passive-aggressive comments, subtle digs, and being treated like the family disappointment. And now, sitting in this overpriced bistro that Mom had chosen because it's close to Jessica's new house, I finally had my moment. But let me back up, because this story doesn't start with dinner. It starts with a pattern that began when I was 12 and Jessica was 14, and it's taken me until I'm 32 to finally break free from it. Growing up, Jessica was the golden child. She was 2 years older, naturally athletic, academically gifted, and had this effortless charm that made adults fawn over her. I was the quiet one, the bookish one, the one who spent more time in my room reading than socializing. Our parents divorced when I was 10, and when Mom remarried Robert 2 years later, the dynamic only got worse. Robert had his own daughter from his first marriage, but she lived across the country with her mother. Jessica quickly became his surrogate daughter, the one he could dote on and be proud of. I became invisible. Jessica went to college on a full scholarship. I went to community college and worked part-time at the bookstore to pay for it. Jessica got a high-paying job in marketing right out of college. I struggled through various retail and administrative positions while trying to figure out what I wanted to do with my life. Jessica got married to her college boyfriend Mike in a lavish wedding that Mom and Robert mostly paid for. I was still single and, according to family dinner conversations, focusing on my career, which was code for can't keep a man. The thing is, I wasn't actually struggling as much as they thought. While Jessica was living the picture-perfect life they all expected, I was quietly building something of my own. I'd always been good with numbers and had a knack for understanding financial markets. I started doing freelance bookkeeping for small businesses, then moved into financial consulting. I was making decent money, but I lived modestly and didn't feel the need to broadcast my success.